Hey, if you're like most people today, you have a lot of questions, and the more you see flying around social media, online, conversations you hear between church leaders, the more questions seem to be popping up. The more differing ways to read the text and interpret it seem to be bubbling to the surface. And part of that's just the world we live in, right? We have access to more voices and more information than we ever have before. But it does raise lots of questions. And as the younger generations have been coming up through the church, we've been asking lots of questions about the way in which we have been handed a faith, handed a particular perspective in some cases, or a particular interpretation that tells us something about the world and tells us something about the way we ought to be living. And when we go and encounter real life, sometimes that doesn't seem to match up, and it is raising lots of really good questions that we need to be asking. And so I just wanted to jump on here as someone who's been through that process, come out the other side, and just encourage everyone who might be in that position to really lean into that. There are those, of course, that would tell you that that is terrible, that you shouldn't be doing that we need to not doubt, don't ask questions, just sort of shut up and listen to what you're told. But I would vehemently disagree. In fact, I think, and have said often, that doubt is often a catalyst to faith. And so I just wanted to encourage you to continue to question and to find a place where that is accepted. So if you are in a church where that is allowed and great and encouraged, fantastic. If you're not and you feel uncomfortable asking those questions, I would suggest perhaps you seek out another place, or at the very least, engage online. Here, we can have conversations here if you'd like. You can send me a DM or seek somebody out who has the knowledge and the training to help you work through some of these answers, because they're big questions and the answers to them matter. And so, again, I just want to encourage everybody that's going through that to continue. If you haven't been through that, I would actually encourage you to consider it. And as I said, if you don't have a place to do that, you can always come join us on Sunday morning here at Emmanuel.